All right, welcome to Tulsiology. My name is Dave, your head Tulsiologist here at the channel. Bernie was a dead man walking, he just didn't know it. Bernie had no chance of winning the nomination when Tulsi endorsed Biden. Since that one video, she hasn't said one word about him, that is Biden. Meanwhile, Bernie is all in shilling for him. Then you got AOC, you've got all these people, oh, we're going to make Joe Biden into a progressive, and no. See, progressives, a real progressive doesn't want endless war, okay? And I can guarantee you that Biden is not going to go against any of the intelligence agencies. He's not going to stand up and say a lot of these generals just want to go to war, so they can make sure that military contractors get rich. By the way, that's something Donald Trump has said recently. And again, people have called me out and said, well, but Trump has still got a lot of troop levels, or as far as the same level. And he's also spent a ton on the military. Yes, but he hasn't gotten us into any additional war. And his rhetoric, I tell you what, I haven't heard a comment like that since like Eisenhower. So, I mean, that was a pretty heavy-duty comment. Maybe it's just talk. Maybe it's what Trump does, art of the deal kind of stuff. Don't know. I really would prefer somebody who is more sincere, and hence that's why I'm still talking about Tulsi Gabbard. But I'll tell you what, sometimes silence is golden. Sometimes you say more by not saying anything at all, and Tulsi Gabbard has achieved that. She's gotten back into my good graces, and she's back on the radar screen because she's been speaking out against, child trafficking, which apparently made her an object of scorn, and they were calling her part of a conspiracy movement called Q, which, if you know Q, I don't believe in Q. I don't think Q is real. I think Q is kind of like having, faith in a higher power. Like Q is going to come in and you just pray to Q and Q will make it better. I'd like to think there was a Q out there that had everybody's best interests in mind and was kind of pulling the strings and calling the shots. But Q is probably more like the deep state. And I don't want to be a part of Q. I don't want to know Q. I don't want to follow Q. Q could be some kind of controlled opposition where the people that follow believe everything's going to be okay, and then they do nothing to try to change their circumstances or everyone else's circumstances. But I definitely think that Bernie Sanders is doing more for Joe Biden than Tulsi Gabbard is doing, that's for sure. And if you remember, Tulsi Gabbard did mention that she was not invited to participate in anything that the DNC was doing at their convention. She wasn't asked. She didn't give any speeches. She didn't talk about the DNC convention. She didn't talk about the Kamala Harris VP pick. I mean, you couldn't pick a more hostile person to what Tulsi Gabbard believes in than Kamala Harris. They're just diametrically opposed on pretty much every issue. And Tulsi Gabbard has earned her stripes, whereas Kamala Harris, well, let's just say that she earned her stripes by practicing one of the oldest jobs on the planet early on in her political career. And then, once she got established, then she was able to kind of move up the ranks on her own. But, Tulsi Gabbard, picking up trash on the beach and trying to be a true environmentalist, somebody who truly loves nature and wants to preserve it, rather than an alarmist and so forth. Tulsi Gabbard is a doer and not just a talker. She isn't a scare-mongering person either. I think she comes at pretty much every issue with decency and integrity and so forth. And yeah, I do disagree with Tulsi Gabbard from time to time, and I will, tell you all that when I do. Maybe people can persuade me to not disagree with her on certain issues. But in any event, I find that this is one of the reasons I decided to come back to be a Tulsiologist here, is because, she has been very quiet. And, I think she's doing the train wreck, car wreck thing. She's just going to watch. She's not going to try to intervene. If Joe Biden loses, I'm sure she'll have a lot to say about where the Democratic Party went wrong. At that point, she's not running for re-election, and I almost guarantee you that she'll be very outspoken at that moment. Monday morning quarterbacking at that point, because it's not going to hurt, quote unquote, hurt Joe Biden. But I guarantee you, if she said anything prior to that, the media would just absolutely excoriate her, even though she'd be doing us all a favor by telling the truth, So that's my little video here about this person here, Progressive Veteran, who called it out correctly. And again, if you're a Bernie fan, or you were a Bernie fan, you have to just be like, seriously, Bernie? But some of them truly believe that they're going to convert Joe Biden into a Bernie Sanders. Good luck with that. It won't happen. All right. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications on new videos. And yes, you can check me out over on Patreon. You can join, help support the channel for just $1 a month. If you want to do more, that's up to you. And yes, you can do one-time donations at PayPal. And my PayPal address is in there in the description box. Okay, I am done. I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.